I'm Rowena. I was the coordinator this year at Lighthouse Hazelmere for the creative workshop, which was a new workshop. It's different from craft in that we wanted, we felt that the children who were doing sports weren't having the same sort of exposure to the Bible really as the children who were doing craft. So we sort of changed things up a bit, and the creative workshop was born. So it is slightly different from craft in that the things that we're doing, some of them could be called crafts, but I think they were more open-ended, so the children are kind of free to do what they want, a lot of their own decisions, which proved really popular. It was a really successful workshop, and it was so much fun. I think a lot of the children really enjoyed it. So I just wanted to tell you a little bit about some of the things we did, hopefully to inspire you. I hope you're all having fun at the conference. By the way, I'm really sorry that I can't join you today, but I'm sure you're all having a brilliant time. So I will tell you about some of the things that some of the things we did in that week that worked really well. So hopefully I'll be able to flash up some images in a second if I can figure out how to do it. The first thing we did was a giant lighthouse collage, like a big mural, and that was made up of a number of canvas panels that I drew a big lighthouse on and then painted just in flat colours, like really basically. There were big pots really of different coloured materials, lots of very small little bits that the children could just add to the picture, just glue on and just put on pom-poms and glitter and anything else they fancied, and it came together as quite an amazing picture really at the end, once it was all joined together. What was the second day? Second day was Slime Bar, which probably was the most popular day. The kids absolutely loved it, and I would recommend it to anyone who's doing a lighthouse really. It was quite easy to do really. The children were all given their own cup of glue. It was all pre-measured out, and then we came around with bicarbonate of soda, and while it looks in going around with activators. So once they had a sort of basic slime, they could come and get their ingredients. That was the slime bar element. So I had a desk full of all sorts of things. It was very exciting. Lots of paint, lots of like additives, so glitter, tiny little polystyrene beads. I bet the parents loved it. Stars, I can't remember. All sorts of things. There are so many things you can put in slime, and scents as well. So some nice smells, which was really cool, lavender or whatever. We just gave them a pot to take it home in at the end. Third day was tie-dye t-shirts. It was a challenge. But some of the t-shirts came out absolutely amazingly. The children really enjoyed doing it, so I'm so pleased we did it. It was hard work because it was I think that the slime and the t-shirt days were massively oversubscribed, so we were like packed, and we were in a classroom, so there are challenges there, and it was just involved a lot of sort of plastic sheeting really. Wet t-shirts, which were then bound up with elastic bands. I showed them a few different ways that they could bind a t-shirt. It's a shame I can't do it for you now really, isn't it? That would be nice. And then they had bottles of dye that they then just shook onto the t-shirt, and then after they left we did all the rinsing out and drying. Day 4 was maps, treasure maps, which we made with lentils. So I don't know if any of you have seen rice maps. It's worth a Google. It's very cool. You take a handful of, well, I measured it out. We use lentils instead of rice because actually they kind of give a different effect, and they're much cheaper. So a big pile of lentils on an A3 piece of paper that I had sort of aged and taken the sides off of. This was for about 40 children. So if you have hundreds of children, that is a challenge, unless you can get pre-made ones, I don't know. You shake them out, and then you can create your own islands. You can sort of have a big island and maybe a small one, and you can create rivers and lakes, all sorts of different details, coves, but you can get it exactly how you want it. You can have sort of like lots of little tiny islands come off it or something. Lovely peninsula. Oh, I'm going to go off on one now. I want to go make myself a map. And once you've got it exactly how you want it, you can then take a fine liner pen and go around the outside of all of the lentils, and that was it worked beautifully. I printed off a sheet of ideas of things that they could then draw on their maps. There was sort of fantasy maps, so we had sort of mermaids in the sea, we had all sorts of things going on, and that was great actually, because obviously it was for a range of children from 5 to 11 all at the same time, but actually it was differentiated by outcome, because the 5-year-olds could do it and the 11-year-olds could do it. They just have very different looking maps. I think the last day was clay. I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't recommend it. It's some of it worked really well, but actually it was, I don't think we had quite enough time to really go to town. And I think actually giving children, being open-ended with clay sometimes can be a bit tricky, because children don't know what they want to do. But I think they still really enjoyed it. But some of the children went home with some really interesting things, and I don't know, I can imagine the parents wondering what they've been doing for an hour. Some of them went home with absolutely beautiful things, and the other thing is it didn't dry in time to decorate, which was a shame. But I think I still had a lovely time. So I hope this has all been really helpful for you, and I hope you're having an amazing time at Lighthouse. God bless, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.